the right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Oh Lord, you got the right time to turn you on. And girl, I wanna be the papa, you can be the mom. Oh.
I'm trying my best not to freak out because to me, like you are my childhood, my adolescence, my teenage years, my adult years, and I feel like you're still going to be relevant even when I'm an old lady walking.
Well, you would be the most beautiful old lady I've ever seen.
You think so?
Yeah. I think I was on your Instagram yesterday.
You were?
Crazy.
Really?
Yeah, I was. You are nuts. I don't know how you do it. Like, I love food too, but every day that's nuts.
You know, anytime you're in Toronto, because I know you used to come to Canada a lot. If you ever need food recommendations, hit me up because I've got a list of food that you need to try.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. You know, I haven't been away from Jamaica in over a year and a half, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. So when I was on your page yesterday, I was like, wow. I was just flipping and looking. Yeah,
I got you covered.
Good stuff.
Don't worry. Where's the first place that you want to go when you can actually travel and all that stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I just want to do shows again, mainly. You know, and my shows have taken me everywhere. So, you know, I've experienced so much great stuff like Tagine in Morocco.
Wow.
To you know, Mofongo in Africa. I do love Canada a lot. I got family there. Both kids were born there, so that's a good start. We could say Canada.
Yeah, no, that's the answer I was fishing for, to be honest. To be honest, though, like your entire career impresses the hell out of me because you've spanned 2 decades. You were making music before I was born. I was born into the world of Sean Paul.
I'm loving that. Yeah,
I feel like a lot of artists, they can't really say that they've been relevant for a span of 2 decades and been relevant the entire time. So how do you do it? What's the secret to it?
You know, secret is just I love music. I think I didn't rush all into it in terms of there's a lot of times where people thought, oh, like, as you said, you were like born into a world where you already knew my songs, they were popular, but there was times where I had to build, you know, and around 2010, 11, 12, those times happened to me again. I had to build. Every 5 years, I think there's new fans that come up of different genres and stuff, and I have to prove myself to them. So it gives me that inspiration to do, you know. It's just for me trying, and I owe it up to the fans, to people who just have supported me for many years and keep on, you know, listening. So that's where I put it. I have no other secrets. I work hard and I love what I do.
Your only other secret is you're a straight up boss. That's the only other thing I can do this to. Right. And I know you said that every kind of 5 years, you have to keep in mind that there is potentially a new fan base coming up. And I've watched a lot of your other interviews, and you've said that music itself is a cycle, right? And there's trends that come up and trends that go. So how are you deciding what trends to hop on? And when you are hopping on different trends, are you trying to keep dancehall and reggae at the core of it all?
I definitely am. You know, sometimes I'm wrong about trends too. Like I would think and say, let me try this or let me try that, and it doesn't really work that well. But there's some times where you click on. So for me, in this genre, dancehall, from the beginning, and with people like Buja Banton and you know, artists like that, they stepped up the pace so high in terms of so much production of singles out there, that by the time I came into the business, you had to keep up. You had to put out a song a month, basically. The thing about our genre is supposed to be social commentary. It's supposed to be the streets newspaper. So you're supposed to tell people about what's happening in your life right now. And that kind of helps me to stay with the trends. You know what I mean? I try to keep my head to the ground. I check out a lot of social media, even though I'm not really social media oriented. Like, I'm being coached now as to how to, you know, make my Twitter more accessible to people, and Instagram. Yeah, like, and even TikTok. I'm starting to do a lot more TikTok videos, and I'm like, really people want to watch this? I don't get it. I don't, you know what I mean? So but I do check out other people's pages a lot. That's why I follow so much people.
It's insane how social media has really changed and evolved music so much so that people look for it, like go to it for inspiration, right?
Yeah.
And
For real.
I think like you are one of those artists that people look up to, people follow. And to me, and I feel like to a lot of people as well, you are this global ambassador for dancehall, for reggae. So with that title, do you feel like an added pressure? You're like, man, that's a big title. Or are you ever like, when you're making music, are in the back of your head, are you like, I really hope like this doesn't disappoint fans? Or do you not look at any of that stuff at all?
I try to always have fans feel good about the music. There's some directions I've taken, like when I did poppier songs, like She Doesn't Mind. A lot of my hardcore roots dancehall fans were like, yo, what is that? You know, they didn't like it at all. But I gained some other fans from it. And you know, doing step outs with people like Sia or Clean Bandits, it was really out of the box in terms of you know, people never thought that they would be doing, those type of artists would be doing a dancehall single, but it worked. And I garnered some different fans. And then in time, some of those fans that really love that poppy stuff, they start to check out more stuff that I've done and be like, oh, I like this hardcore stuff too. And also in time, some of the hardcore people kind of come around and they like the falsetto voice from me. The great thing for me about you know, the social media thing now is that it doesn't matter if your song doesn't hit exactly right now, as long as you put the quality in it and you put it out. After a while, you do garner, like, it's one more what can I say, notch under your belt, or one more thing for people to kind of, even if they're bored, like they've checked out the entire internet now and they're like, let me see what's up with Sean Paul, and they will see either that nice poppy stuff or the more hard grimy stuff, like some of the stuff I've just released. People might hop from your more poppy stuff, but they do like your more, you know, raw, grimy type of dancehall music. And I feel like with your latest album that's out now, N Livin, you kind of went back to your roots with this one. So talk to us about the entire album and what did you want people to take away from that project? You know, over the years, I've had success. I blew up internationally, and yes, my sound did get a little bit more poppy because really dancehall, the rest of the dancehall genre hadn't produced, you know, something, or I should say like this. Dancehall became big, and people in France and Germany started to do it their own way and took it in their own direction. And people in London, and then people like Ed Sheeran, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like that's the dancehall backbeat, and also stuff Bieber's done, and took away the focus from dancehall artists that are doing it from here. I just kind of wanted to turn back for all my fans whom I may have garnered through the last 5-6 years that know more of the poppy stuff. I kind of wanted to show them the route, and I've been wanting to do it for a long time. But you know, touring more than 6 months out of the year has been kind of hard for me to really focus on doing so much things. But this pandemic gave me time in studio, so I'm doing. I did this album to kind of show the unity in the dancehall community. I think that a lot of our time is spent on beefing with each other a lot, and we speak about it all the time because negative energy just gets that attention. And we're like, yo, you see the beef with this guy and that guy? Oh yeah, and that's what we speak about. So I'm trying to shine a light on the root of what got me to here. So if a kid knows me from the song with Sia, you know, Cheap Thrills, then eventually they'll be like, oh, what, he just put out the song with Busy Signal? Who's that guy? Or maybe they've heard of him before, but they weren't really in tune. And then now I'm giving them things that they could actually probably gravitate towards. So thanks for noticing. Oh no, I love that. And I think unity was, you could see it on the album because of how many collaborations you had. Like literally every song, I was like, Jesus, Sean, you didn't save any for your next album. Yeah, like, right. A full list. Did it up. And you mentioned A Busy Signal. Boom, is a track with Busy Signal. I freaking love that song. So how did that collaboration come about? And if I was a fly on the wall in the studio when you guys were working on that track, what would I see? What would I hear? What would I experience? Well, me and Busy been friends forever. Like when I first heard his name, I was in the business about probably 2008, 9. I was like, that's a dope name, Busy Signal. That's boop, boop, boop. I was like, that's dope. It's feisty too. So I was like, I just like this name. And I heard a couple of his songs. I was like, he's a dope lyricist. And we've hung out in studio like the first couple of years. And you know, he's really someone who's taken his time with his career. So yeah, the friendship with me and Busy was just something that was really cool. And I called him. I was like, "Yo, I'm here now. You're here. Let's do some work." And he said, "Yeah." He came over, and we played the song. And trust me, that was we played the rhythm, and that was one of the first or one of the most exciting ones on the album. I was just like, "Yo, come through." We sitting on the couch and the rhythm playing, and everybody start, and he started boom, and I'm like, "Yo, that's dope." You know what I mean?
So you're like, that's the title of the song right there.
Good vibe.
No, it's one of those songs that you literally cannot sit down and listen to. You have to get up and dance to like fully experience it. So we're actually going to be playing the song on our station. I think a lot of people might not understand Patois. So if they're listening to the song and they have no idea what you're saying, can you please just explain to them what the song is about?
Okay, well, boom is like it's kind of it's a song about whining and dancing and having fun and us loving the ladies doing it. Mm-hmm. So basically, when we say boom, you know, when the ladies kind of go low and they go boom, like almost like touch the ground with their booty.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of thing. And I'm saying when he goes boom, I say bubble it, y'all make it boom. So basically, we're just saying wind up and kind of hit the floor with it, get low, get as low as you can. Not limbo style, but kind of how low can you go style kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
That's good. It's a good explanation. It's a good precursor. So when they hear the song, they know what they're going to do if they're going to dance.
Yeah, man. Vibes the tune. Very feel good tune.
And I don't know how you do this, but like you still got more music. You're dropping an entire album. So talk to us about that album. Like in terms of the sound, is it to you a continuation of your previous album, or are you going in a completely different direction, completely different sound?
Album is called Scorcher. It's not completely different, but it is more pop-oriented production. But still Caribbean, still rootsy dancehall type of vibe. So it's a cross hybrid. You know, it's not as hardcore as Live and Living is. But there are songs that I was considering to put on Live and Living, like Scorcher, the first song.
Oh yeah,
is actually something I was considering to put on Live and Living. And then I decided that I wanted some of those hardcore elements on the new album anyway. But most of the other production, like the songs with Ty Dolla $ign, is kind of, as I said, just more international sounding dancehall. I have a big song with Shensia and Gwen Stefani in the same song. Lovers Rock reggae song. Dope vibes. I'm a big fan of Gwen Stefani for a while now, and also Shensia. To me, she's one of the most exciting things that's happening in dancehall in quite a few years. You know, we have many different acts, many vibes, artists. Also, I got the big amazing voice of Sia on that album.
Oh yeah.
You know, me and Sia have had a #1 song. I'm looking for this one to really do some good work. It's another really good feel good song, and just hoping people kind of appreciate that too, and understand that I have different types of fans that I want to please. Like I have a song coming out with Ty Dolla $ign, and the song's called OnlyFans, and it's an ode to all the ladies who don't really. You know, the song says she don't work, but I know she worked for that though. So it's kind of like a funny twist on the song. We're looking towards doing a video right now for it. But that's one of the examples of me looking on Instagram and then finding out about OnlyFans and being like, what is that? And the song's called OnlyFans and putting it in a song.
Because it's more of a poppy sound and you've obviously mastered dancehall reggae, are you as involved in the sound, as involved in the process? Because it is quite different when you compare the two.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely, sometimes they go too over. Like the song with me and Sia, there was a lot of back and forth on it because they were making it a little bit too pretty. And I'm like, Sia's voice is pretty.
Yeah.
And she's amazing that way. And we don't need to go fully in that direction or else it becomes, to me, just too soft. So I help to keep the edge. And and help to keep the root of what I know to be dancehall that I loved and appreciated as a kid.
Do you think you're ever going to get to a point where you're like, for your career, you would want to experiment with a completely different sound? Because yeah, like you've mastered dancehall, you've mastered reggae. So like, yeah, it's time to move on to something else. Or are you like, nah, this is it for life?
I've done different sounds before. Like for me, I've done songs with Little Mix, a pop English group. And that was not, yeah. And that wasn't dancehall oriented really with the music. What I did on it was dancehall oriented, my spit and my lyrics. But, and I've seen artists like Supercat, who was a mentor to me, do work with Sugar Ray, which was a alternative rock band back in the day. And it worked. It sounded great. So for me, I like to think out the box as well and look at artists like Billie Eilish and say, maybe me and her could make something really dope. You know what I mean? I like her music. I hear her brother produces it.
Phineas.
And I would love to be in studio just to mess with stuff that they do.
Is there anything about Billie that drew you to her in specific?
Her voice. I saw the video with the eyes and I was like, what is that? Turn it up, let me hear it. And I turned it up and I was like, yo, it's unique, it's crazy. It doesn't really sound like anything else now. I loved it. I love it. So looking forward to doing more stuff like that.
Oh yeah, go full force with that. Now, aside from Billie, because I feel like you are running out of people to collaborate with because you've done so much. So aside from Billie, is there anybody else on your radar that you would want to collaborate with?
I've always wanted to do a song with Alicia Keys.
Oh,
she's
nice.
dope. For me, it's about the song though. So because there's been artists that I've loved and really like Ashanti. She's a fan of me, I'm a fan of her, and we've been in the studio 2 times and we never got a song out. Whether it be that the producer or the rhythm wasn't right, or the food in there just wasn't good, or the conversation was too good. We didn't end up doing something. So for me, it's about the song. It could be an artist I do not know, or it could be an artist that I really respect, is as long as the song makes sense to us. That's the thing for me. So
what are your thoughts about collaborating with Ariana Grande? Because she's one of the biggest right now.
Oh, she's dope. I mean, back in the day, that did come up, like I should do a song with her. And I was like, yeah. But at the time, it was just seeming like the sounds was a little different. The song was kind of a lot more poppy. But I really love her. I think she could sing. I didn't know that she was like on a Disney kind of thing as a kid. So she's been around for a while in terms of done music for a long time. She would be dope to do a song with her as well, for sure.
Hopefully, one of these days. I feel like that would be my ultimate dream collaboration. Sean Paul, Ariana Grande. What is left to life if that happens?